Hello and welcome, Sagittarius. I am Piscesintuition here with your weekly reading. Alright, so Sagittarius, keep in mind this is a general reading. So not everything will resonate, and that's okay. Just take what does and leave the rest. Alright, we have a Tower here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Earth. So kind of debating. I feel like there's possibly an ending that's going to be taking place, or that's what you're kind of debating on. You know, do I want to end things? You know, is this fixable? You know, something along those lines is what I keep getting. You have Messenger of Air, which would be the Knight of Swords. We have the Eight of Water, which would be the Eight of Cups, Ten of Air or Ten of Swords, and then the Tower. All right, and like I said, on the bottom of the deck, there's that Two of Earth. Underneath that, I do feel this is relevant, so I'm going to take it. Four of Air or the Four of Swords. So this is kind of calling for you to pull back from a situation, because I do feel with so many swords here, this is really kind of being in your mind, in your headset. Possibly overthinking, a lot of fear, a lot of insecurity, a lot of worry. I keep hearing, I should have just walked away. So I'm not sure, you know, the situation here, but that I feel like that's relevant for somebody. I should have just walked away. With the Knight of Air, again, I keep getting that, you know, kind of hot and cold. I keep getting something about lacking stability. And I feel like this is within a partnership. And I feel like that's where the worry and concern is coming from, is within a partnership. There's a lack of foundation, or, you know, there's a faulty foundation here. So, and I'm not saying that this is completely done. There's no potential. What I'm saying is when there's a faulty foundation, there's two ways to handle this. You can either completely tear it down and try to rebuild from ground up, or, you know, if it's just not there, then it's more than likely time to walk away. But what I'm feeling from this, Sagittarius, is you don't want to walk away from something. You want to put your work into this. You want to try to fix this. And I feel like that's why you're hanging on. I feel like that's why there's a lot of fear and kind of anxiety here, you know, coming out in this reading, is because you don't want to walk away. But it's like you're kind of debating, you know, or this could be fear of somebody walking away from you. But like I said, with that Tower moment, I do feel like this is kind of saying that this, old ways, whatever situation this is, really needs to be torn down and start over. All right. Let's get some oracle, or not oracle. Let's get some clarifiers here. Okay. All right, so we have the Page of Cups. Four of Wands. And there's that Tower card again. Okay. Somebody could be on the fence about a marriage. There could be children involved. And maybe that's why we're kind of, you know, again, on the fence, kind of running hot and cold. What should I do? You know, is this, because I feel like there's an explosive moment here with this Tower. It kind of feel like, you know, it feels like here, when we start here with this Tower card clarifying the Messenger of Air or the Knight of Swords here, and then we end with this Tower card, it's kind of saying, like, this is a storm, and now this is the aftermath. So now we have to figure out what we're doing. Are we going to rebuild? Because this Tower that exploded, that happened, it brought in some chaos. You know, again, possibly towards a family situation, possibly within a marriage, or, you know, just a committed relationship. So now we're having to start over, like I said, from ground zero. So this is talking about self-love. This is talking about removing some blockages here. And like I said, more importantly, it's talking about this exploded, this happened, it brought in chaos, and then we end with it of where do we go from here now? All right, let's clarify that Eight of Water or the Eight of Cups, because somebody could have walked away or thinking of walking away. Yeah. See? So we have the Knight of Swords here twice. We also have the Magician, and we have the Two of Wands. So again, I feel like somebody's thinking. I feel like there could be possibly blocked communication or just little to no communication. So this could be I can't talk to you face to face. Maybe I'm taking some time. Maybe there's a little bit of a separation kind of going on. Again, there could have been an explosive fight and somebody had to pull away. And so they're just kind of communicating. You're communicating like via text or, whatever. But again, I feel like somebody's possibly making that decision. And I feel this decision is based upon the lack of security, the lack of foundation here. Because I keep getting like, I've given you chance after chance. And I keep getting something about, with the magicians, like we have all the tools, we have all of this, and you still go back and forth. So I keep getting lacking security or stability within a relationship or partnership. Okay. All right, so Five of Pentacles actually came out reversed. We have Two of Cups, and then we have the Page of Pentacles here as well. So again, I keep getting there could possibly be children involved, or maybe there's an age difference between you and your person, or just not being on the same vibrational, or possibly not being on the same page. I keep getting same page or children involved. I keep getting somebody being immature. I do feel like I said this is a partnership. With the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and again, I have to say, it kind of feels like an ending is on pause, if that makes sense. It's like things could have ended or things have ended. Maybe somebody's feelings are just kind of like, I don't know what I want to do anymore. But the situation kind of feels frozen. Again, I keep getting like an immature apology within this connection. So it's like somebody's apologizing, but maybe they don't even know what they're apologizing for, or doesn't really, it's like, just kind of saying like, I'm sorry. But there's really no meaning or no feeling behind that. And I feel like this person is picking up. So whether this is you, Sagittarius, or your person, again, this is kind of what I'm getting here. Okay. I do feel there's love here. I just feel like there's definitely some issues. It's like, you get to that point of, is love enough? And I feel like that's kind of what somebody's questioning and asking themselves here. Is love enough? All right, so here we have the Ace of Pentacles. After that Tower, we have the Four of Pentacles, and then everything is fine. Bottom of the deck, the World card. So, the World card, that talks about cycles, right? And that's kind of what I keep getting with this, is like I've given you chance after chance. And so it kind of feels like a repeating cycle to me. So again, clarifying the Tower card, we have everything is fine. And, again, I have to talk about that repeating cycle. This is the Ten of Swords. It's like putting that ending on hold, just like pausing it. Possibly because, there's, children involved, or, there is love here, and, but there's also a lot of fear, insecurity, and instability is what I keep getting. Somebody's hanging on. Somebody is really hanging on for dear life. But the problem with this, like I said, over here, this Tower clarified, something explosive happened, something major happened that caused a lot of turmoil, caused a lot of, need for kind of reflection. Very explosive. Like I said, just kind of chaotic. Brought in a whole lot of things here. Whole lot of need for introspection, reflection, kind of figuring out, what are we doing here? Is this worth saving? Is love enough? And then we get to this Tower card, and we got to figure out, okay, well, this happened. So now do we want to rebuild? But we're ignoring some problems. We're ignoring some issues within this connection, within this partnership. And that's not the healthy way to end these things. And that's why we keep getting these repeating cycles. That's why we keep getting these repeating tower moments. And then we ask ourselves, is love enough? Because it gets to a certain point when it's just not. Especially if we're not fixing the foundation. Because you can, try to repair and repair, but if you're not looking at the problem itself, like let's say there's this huge crack in the foundation, but we're repairing and we're painting and, just making it look pretty. Well, that's not fixing the foundation. That crack in the foundation, that's just making things look pretty. So again, it's kind of like avoidance, just kind of ignoring the actual situation, even though this is painful, even though this hurts, even though we're kind of postponing possibly an inevitable ending. We're just going to ignore it. We're just, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Somebody's holding on, like I said, very tightly to this. They don't want to let go. And I feel like this is out of that scarcity mindset, out of, fear, out of, maybe I don't want to be alone. Maybe, finances are, somebody's, financially dependent on somebody. Again, possibly children are involved. I keep getting a lot of situations here. But again, this is more about not rebuilding in a healthy way, not really acknowledging that big crack in the foundation, just trying to cover it up and make it look pretty. So I do feel like if this is not handled, like I said, fixing that big crack in the foundation, it's going to be a repeating cycle. And that's why I feel like it just gets to a certain point where it's getting old, it's getting tired. It's... All right. So let's go ahead and let's get an oracle. But like I said, there is potential here, but it's going to require that need to look at the big problem, something that's been avoided. Okay. So we have a couple coming out, actually. We have relaxation and slick and sly. All right, so again, kind of going back to the beginning of the reading, when I said there was that Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and then underneath that was a Four of Air, Four of Swords, needing to withdraw yourself at your two in the middle of this situation to be able to see clearly. So this is really, and the whole situation, honestly, with a repeating cycle like this, just feels like it's taken a toll. Like it just feels so exhausting. Just like it's really kind of draining on you. This it feels like it's kind of draining on both of you. Because it's like, here we are again, but slick and sly. So there could definitely, I do feel there's a lot of trust issues within this connection, but relaxation, like I said, pull yourself away, focus on you, recharge those batteries and get out of the middle of the tornado. That way you can see things a little more clear. It's like after when you see all the debris, then you can sift through it. But when you're in the middle of the tornado, you don't know what's what. So, all right, let's get some tiles. All right, starting with the letters. So right away, get JR or RJ. So it could be somebody's initials. I get oak. I keep getting somebody could be like working with wood, builder, carpenter, something along those lines. Okay, we have E, and then we have another E. Okay. I keep getting like I have to decide between if I, maybe I love this person, but I don't like them. Something along those lines as well. I keep getting jerk. Somebody could be kind of, being a jerk right now. That's what maybe they're not looking at, like I said, underlying issues. I'm also getting lie. So again, I kept getting trust issues. So that's just kind of, we have liar and we have lie. So again, I don't feel there's honesty in this situation. And maybe that's what we're avoiding. Maybe, you know, you're lying to yourself about the situation, or you're lying about how you feel about the situation or this person, or, you know, it could be a number of things. These can also represent initials of your person. You know, or A could represent August, April, you know, things like that. So I'm going to leave these here and let you guys kind of play with them, see what, you know, you get from this. And then I'm going to start on your charms. All right. So we have Aquarius, charm of Aquarius. We have, if I can get it here, what is this? Taurus. So we are in Taurus season. So I do feel like this possibly just happened. With the always and the little heart, you know, again, this is kind of talking about there's always going to be love here, or I'm always going to have love for you. But, you know, again, there's that decision, you know, with the little bicycle. It's kind of like things are just kind of, I don't know why I got hamster wheel with the bicycle, but slow progress. It's like we're, you know, just kind of taking our time, or this could possibly be somebody kind of slowly leaving. All right. With the little heart, and then we have the little 4-leaf clover. So I do feel like luck is about to change. And then with this little heart, with all the little pieces kind of out of this, again, it's like, you know, I'm always going to love you, but maybe I'm not in love with you anymore. You know, maybe this isn't, you know, repairable. Maybe this, you know, it's time for us to go our own ways. Again, this could be a number of things because, you know, for everybody's situation, it's going to resonate differently. But it just kind of feels like somebody's, you know, in their heart space, something feels like it's missing to them. All right. We also have this little charm of, you know, all the words of like kind, peace, free, true, compassion, thankful, happy. So, you know, again, this is just kind of pulling your energy back, focusing on you and focusing on being, you know, more positive, more optimistic to kind of, you know, get that vibe, you know, up a little bit. All right. We also have a little book, and then we have a little fox. So while I feel somebody is very intuitive, because I keep getting High Priestess with this vibe, or with this little book here, and then the fox, you know, again, there's could be possibly lying, manipulation, trust issues. You know, I feel like this needs to be an open book. But I also feel, again, somebody could be very intuitive and just kind of see or know when their partner is, like, something's off. All right. So then we have, okay, hold on. If I can get this little shoe, it would not come up. With the little high heel shoe, again, somebody could be kind of on their way out the door, could be walking away. This can also represent kind of, you know, like changing things. All right, and then we also have, again, the charm, you are always in my heart. And then the last one, it's a Harry Potter charm. It's the 9 3/4 Hogwarts Express. So this is, you know, in the train station when, you know, before Harry Potter actually gets to Hogwarts. But this is where Harry finds himself, you know, and I know you guys have heard me say this, you know, several times before, but, you know, that's when kind of, you know, Harry had to go through all that stuff. But it's when he gets here that he finds himself. He finds that there's this whole other world that he didn't even know anything about. And, you know, all that magic that, you know, kind of lies within him and, you know, all this kind of stuff. Like I said, he finds himself here. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on in this situation with everything. It's like at some point you're going to be looking at things differently. Like I said, gaining some kind of introspection. And I feel like you're meant to kind of find yourself within all these lessons, within this repeating cycle. There's something you're supposed to find. And like I said, it could be finding your own magic, your own worth, you know, finding yourself. So, because I kind of feel like maybe through all of this, you know, you kind of lost yourself along the way. And so that's what you need to find. So hopefully that makes sense. But that is what I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so very much for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, have a great rest of the week and take care.